Hi friends, in this video I'm going to briefly share with you some of the common and unique features of the second edition of the Deep Woodley Planner. There are lots of planners on the market. Many of them share a lot of the same features. What are some of those features? A schedule of the day where you can fill out what you have coming up throughout the upcoming day. A habit tracker to see some patterns of some different habits that you're desiring to create. Space to write, like a journaling page. Now, some of the planners don't have that, but many of them do. In the first edition of the Deep Woodley Planner had those. Also, a space for to-do lists for that day. Another very common feature, maybe one of the most common features of all of the planners. And then lastly, some of the planners on the market have a space where you can write down like your food or your meal or hydration for the day. So most planners on the market have those common features. The majority of them, like 99% of planners, have no sense of connection to the divine, to spirituality, to prayer. So one of the most unique features, of course, of the Deep Woodley second edition planner is the fact that it begins with Ignatian spirituality. It begins from a place of helping a person to discern and name their heart's deepest, most authentic desires, and allowing that to be the springboard into how it is that they want to grow in authenticity. So that's the biggest difference between the Deep Woodley second edition planner and other planners that are on the market. Some other unique features include the idea of starting from desire and then moving to intentional steps. And the Deep Woodley Planner helps a person to discern the intentional steps that will help them to grow in those 1, 2, or 3 areas that they most deeply desire to grow. Also, the quotes that I chose for the Deep Woodley Planner second edition. Some of those quotes might be found in other planners, but it's a unique blend of the most inspiring quotes, in my personal opinion, from some of the greatest spiritual and by spiritual I don't just mean religious, but people who are spiritually connected to that divine energy and life that created us and that sustains us. And so these are authors, these are poets, these are saints, these are religious leaders and gurus from across denominations and religions. And so that's a beautiful, unique feature of this particular planner. Also, a unique feature are the feeling words. There's a feeling word list that's part of the appendices of the Deep Woodley Planner. And that's because in Ignatian spirituality, paying attention to our feelings is really important. If you've not begun to use that feature of your planner, then I highly recommend it. Every day, take a few moments to acknowledge the primary affective movements, the primary feelings that are stirring within you, and let that be a jumping off place into conversation with God. Another unique feature is part of the appendices, and that is the liturgy of life for a month and for a week. This is a place to really take notice of the bigger picture of how we're living physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. How are we taking care of ourselves? What's demanding the majority of our time and of our energy within a week or within a month? So, a very unique feature that some people find unbelievably helpful. And then, lastly, a unique feature is the impression of the day. Now, this is on the journaling page at the bottom of the page, just underneath the space for gratitude. There's a box to mark if you've done your tracking for the day. It's meant to be a reminder to go ahead and go back to the tracking page and make some notes. But then next to it is a place to offer an impression of the day. Now, some planners have that, but they don't then ask the question, why? Remember, Socrates is noted for saying the unreflected life isn't worth living. And this is the space for us to note, how were we primarily feeling that day and why? To get into what's happening within us that was causing us to feel that way. I have found just taking a moment to do that each day. Usually I do mine the next morning for the previous day. I have found that to be unbelievably helpful in noticing some patterns and in noticing how God was present throughout my day. So I hope all of that is helpful. Those are some of the unique as well as common aspects of this planner, and I hope you have a blessed and amazing day.